What would happen if you just suddenly stopped running all of your Facebook ads? Would acquisition just go down? Would you still be getting results for a couple of months? Well, I want to unveil all of that truth in today's video. In fact, this just happened with a client account of ours lately, and I'll give you some context for it in the next few minutes. But if you're new to the channel, you don't yet know who I am. My name is Justin. I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. And let's get straight into it. So if you're looking at my screen, you're looking at that specific client's account that I have in mind. So some context, they come on board July 18th, never ran any Facebook ads. So that brand crushing it on Amazon in the UK, doing amazing with sales out there. And they wanted to expand their D2C to their own Shopify store. They're like, look, we're going to have better margins. It's more scalable in our opinion. So we want to go forward with that. We started working with them. They also got 2 landing pages built specifically for ads and work with a partner of ours in order to do so. And they already had a Google team. So they already had like, I think it was like a Google freelancer in house. So they're like, guys, we just want you to handle Facebook, no Google. Like, all right, cool, no problem. Let's do it. July 18th to July 31st, basically, which is like the first 2 weeks or month 1 in big quotes. Okay. 2.41 ROAS. So again, never ran any Facebook ads. We're like, look, for a brand new account, I mean, there's barely 2,600 pounds spent on ads, but hey, not doing too shabby. Let's go look at the next month. So August 1st to 31st. 2.27, but now given that we had spent 10,500 pounds, right? So ROAS dipped a little bit, but yet again, we spent some more. I'll go to month 3, then I'll go back to month 1 in a second because I want to show you something else. Month 3, letting it load up right here. 2.1 with again about 10.6 pounds spent. Month 3 was much harder. I don't know if you ran ads in September 2023, but most of our client accounts were down, and that client specifically had it quite hard during that time period. Thank God, honestly, for triple surveys because ad campaigns really weren't doing that good during that time. But at early October, which let's show you right now. Basically, the first couple of days of October, more specifically, the last week or so of September, all the way to October 2nd. Let's just put it right there. 2.99. So 3x almost, which is the best results we've ever had for that brand with the most amount of ad spend pretty much in a given period we've had for that brand, or at least very close to it. So looking at that, we're getting pretty much the most amount of spend, the best ROAS possible. We're like, holy shit, this is really good. And again, I'm not just talking ROAS. New customer ROAS was also very decent at 2.2 at that time period. That brand's break-even point is a little below 1.5 essentially, which they're profitable right here. Now let's go back. Right? So let's go back to July 18th. And what I want to bring you now to is I want to go to summary because it's not just, it's not just Facebook. They also have Google ads. So I want to show you blended metrics and revenue overall. So if I go from July 18th to the 31st, or you know what, for that matter, let's just go July as a whole. July as a whole is 50,000 in revenue, 32,000 in net profit, 3.7 blended, 51,000 in new customer revenue. Great. All right. They spent about 14,000 in ad spend in that month. Okay. Let's go to August. So in August, 28,000 in ad spend, literally doubling the ad spend. Like you can see it's almost 100% more. Blended ROAS dipped by only 12.9. It's expected when you scale. If you look at new customer revenue, up by 72%. Net profit up by 64%. What ended up happening is inevitably when we started spending on Facebook, the Google ads started spending more. And the client confirmed that basically their team didn't really up the spend because there's more branded search also coming through. There's a lot more search coming through as soon as we started running the Facebook ads. Let's go into September. So if I go to September, as of this point, a dip, arguably a dip in revenue, right? 71,000 in new customer revenue. Ad spend pretty much maintained, up 3%. New or net profit, I should say, down 31%. They're at 35 pounds now at this point. 2.6 blended ROAS, not that great of a month overall. We have to agree on that. But again, going back to August. So in fact, we can actually do it here on Triple. If I pick that period and I compare it to a custom period, which in that case, I'll actually compare it to, let me just go right here, July as a whole. So let's compare July and September together. So if I compare July to September, order revenue is still up 40%, which that overall is pretty decent. But hey, what I'm most excited about, new customer revenue, you can basically see that like pretty much all the orders are new customers, is up 39%. So almost the whole 40%, which means there's a heck of a lot of new customers coming in. Net profit is roughly up 8% as of right here. So they're making more profit. I know they're spending a whole lot more, right? They're spending 100% more, but revenue's up 40%, what all things considered considered, they're up about 8% in profit. So they make more. And that client overall LTV, top of mind, has a bump up of about 10 to 20% down the stream with these clients, which you know that these new customers are going to come back. You not only have made 8% more net profit on, again, the worst month since kind of the start together, but you've had 40% more new customers and you know they're going to come back. Therefore means long-term, more money for the brand, right? And here's the thing. It started looking a lot better at the end of September. The last even 2 weeks of September, much better. Early October, I should say, pretty good. Client comes in with the message of death on Slack. Hey guys, we've never ran any Facebook ads before. Love working with your team, but we want to do a test. We're asking to pause all the Facebook ads for the next 30 days. Do not run ads. Pause everything right now. We want to see the impact. We feel like Facebook really isn't doing much. And this is just to show the last 2 days that we ran ads were October 1st and 2nd. So order revenue was really good during that time period. New customer revenue was also good. Again, at the end of September, early October, ROAS was really going up. All of our new ads that we had, because we had kind of scrambled to test a lot of new angles and ads during September, pretty much all of them started picking up right at the end of the month. And then the message from the client. And here's what happened since. If I look at October 3rd to the 13th so far, it's 10 days in. Order revenue is down 35%. New customer revenue is down 35%. Net profit is down 35%. ROAS is up 16%, right? Because again, there's no more spend on Facebook. This only spend there is on Google as of right now. And Google ROAS has just been going down, down, and down the last couple of weeks. I think a big mistake that sometimes business owners can make is looking at channel specific metrics. I'm going to give you an example. I run a marketing agency, as you may now know by the intro of this video. I also run ads for my own marketing agency, but I also do cold outbound, right? Sending DMs on social media platform or cold emails, cold calls, whatever it is. Okay. Well, I noticed that when I started to spend more on ads, suddenly more calls started coming in from every source: LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, cold emails from everywhere. And then I was like, but man, no calls seem to be coming from my ads. Like I was looking at the ads manager, I'm like, the metrics aren't really looking that healthy. Let me stop the ads. I stopped the ads, then there's no real impact today. Nothing really happening tomorrow. But the next week, I'm like, man, what the fuck? There's like a few less calls, but it's okay, right? They'll come back. It's probably just a down week. And then the week after, I'm like, holy shit, calls are still down again. What's happening now? I'm like, hopefully they'll come back up by the end of the week. And then the next week, it's like, man, it's down again. What's happening? Now I'm in panic mode. And that's usually what happens with most businesses that only look at channel specific metrics. Look at your entire business when you do a change that big. The only change these guys have made in their business was launching Facebook ads, nothing else. Google stayed pretty much the same. The spend went up because the Facebook ad spend was there. So the only change happened is Facebook. And then suddenly all metrics started going up. What I'm most quote unquote worried about is net profit, because that's what matters. I would understand if the client was like, hey, our revenue really is up, but net profit isn't. That again can be argued against or for, because if revenue is up, profit necessarily isn't, but new customer revenue, let's say, is dramatically up. Once again, you know that LTV of your customers, they'll come back, which therefore would mean that in the long term, your net profit would be up, hopefully, right? So that is something that's a little harder to argue for, but it is there. Right now, we kind of have the proof. The immediate ROI, or opposite, I guess, of ROI in that is less. It's basically a decline in 35%. Look at the curve. You see it. You see it straight. Like you literally see it going down slowly, and it's going down every day. Like this was basically day 1 of stopping the ads, and look at day 10 of having the ads stop. Every single day gets worse. Every day. So that is something to be worried of. If I was a business owner looking at that, I'd be like, oh shit, let's start the ads again. So I'm showing you that video to kind of make the point that I'm trying to make essentially for you is that 1, stopping ads does have a bigger impact than you think. For most businesses, hey, for some, you might have actually taken on a channel or an agency for which it really just doesn't really work out. And if you stopped it, you would actually be more profitable. I would say that's probably a small percentage, probably 20% of the people. If you stop ads, it really has a negative impact for the business in the long term, especially when those ads are entirely acquisition based. The exact drop in order revenue was the exact drop in new customer revenue, which you know is that it's pretty much only new customers coming from the ads. I made a tweet about it the other day. It kind of blew up according to, again, my account and reach standards, let's just put it that way. Had a lot of either e-commerce brand owners that were in agencies before or just agency owners just kind of relating with it. So hey, I'm glad to see it's not only happening to us, it happens kind of all the time, no matter the size of business that you have. But again, it's a good data to have. It's good to do the test. I hope the client will be able to kind of look back at this and be like, look, we tested it. Hey, we saw our own conclusions and let's go back from there. But overall, this is the type of impact that it has when you stop your ads. With that being said, if you're still looking out for a paid ads partner for your e-commerce brand, click click the link below and book in a call with myself so that we can see if you'd be a good fit and audit your current paid media before helping you on a done for you basis. Or if you're just looking out for more tools and ways that you can best be supported while running your own ads, then join our free community down below and check out the free resources we have on there. On that note, I'm going to wish you guys an amazing day. Check out other videos of the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.